All right, how's everybody doing? We are back with another video. So we have an upper body session. This session was a wake up call for me. My bench is just not what it was. Not that it was ever fantastic, but it was like something respectable, something I didn't mind telling people about. So I did the red slingshot today and ended up 295 for one. I benched 285 raw, like with no slingshot or anything. I think in over the summer or something like that at 160 at 160 pounds. My best bench ever in competition was 297 at 181 pounds. My best bench in the gym was 325. My best equipped bench with a bench shirt was 350 in competition, and I've hit 405 in the gym equipped in a bench in a single ply bench shirt. So, competition I haven't been really ever been able to like pull it together for that 325 in competition, but I've still benched 325 in the gym, so I can I rest my head on that. But I tore my AC joint in 2018, and it just never really came back to what it was. And then on top of that, bodybuilding stuff. So I was happy when I benched 285 over the summer at 160 pounds. I was like, all right, cool. I'm making my way back up. But my bench is really kind of taking a back seat as in comparison to my squat. I just haven't been putting the focus on it. And also from a bodybuilding perspective, not that I'm 160 pounds, so nothing's like super jacked or anything, but my chest was never something I was like, oh, that's a weak point. When the judges were like, you need to focus on your shoulders and lats. So I hit that 285 in the summer for bench, and then I just kind of like made everything take a back seat, which was not the right move. And I really didn't understand how much of a back seat I made my bench take until I did this slingshot. Like, I was fully expecting with this red slingshot, because I've done the blue slingshot, which is I have a couple size larger than with the blue slingshot. I have an XL. I'm supposed to wear a medium. And then this red slingshot, right? You can see my 295. You can see how slow it is. That red slingshot is a large. So I really anticipated hitting well over 315, considering that the last time I did this, and granted it was 8 years ago or whatever, somewhere along those lines, I did 365 with the red slingshot. So I was really expecting to be around like at the very least 315, but I was hoping like 325, 335, and I hit 295. So that was a wake up call. So I'm going to, and I've talked about this on my Instagram, I'm going to go back to stuff that I used to do religiously for my bench press. I'm going to do a lot more push-ups. I used to just do a crazy amount of push-ups every night, not spamming them and doing a bunch of reps for the sake of doing reps. I really put a lot of focus into it in terms of quality of reps, tempos, stuff like that. This is a 265 back down, by the way. I did 16 total reps. Ended up doing sets of 4. So I'm going to do my push-ups, and then also take a page out of Louis Simmons' book. Louis Simmons' mindset or whatever, as far as building the bench. He got it from the East German shot putters, coming in, doing sets of 20 as heavy as possible with different inclines, declines, flats for dumbbell bench presses. So I used to do those religiously all the time as well. And I attribute that a lot to my bench press. I might add a third bench press day. I'm not quite sure yet. But yeah, I was just not happy with the way my bench was. I just really thought my bench was just going to kind of like progressively get a little bit better without putting a lot of focus into it. But that's not how I'm built necessarily. If I want something to be good, I really have to kind of work at it. So no longer will the bench press take a back seat. And also from a bodybuilder's perspective, like, why am I not doing more chest work? It doesn't make any sense. What are they going to tell me? My chest is too big? Like, this is just a ridiculous mindset. So anyway, I digress. Got chest ported rear delt flies, build up those rear delts. Before this, you can see that I did spider curls. I'm in the process now. I've taken about 5 or 6 weeks off, I think, somewhere around there, with my bicep tendon on my left arm. So now I'm slowly working back in some, quote unquote rehab protocols. I started doing spider curls because there's literally no pain. I'm just trying to progressively overload the volume over time and the weight over time to get the tendon used to everything and hopefully encourage some healing. But I like the spider curls because it's really not a lot of stress on the bicep tendon itself. It's really just on the bicep. So, when you think about it like a incline bicep curl or a preacher curl, there's just a lot of bicep tendon work going on, a lot of stress on the bicep tendon. Whereas a spider curl, there's really not. Is it like the best bicep exercise in the world? I don't know. I like it, and it's not hurting, and I can train my biceps. So I started at 10 pounds, then went to 15 pounds. Rows, I do such low rows that it really doesn't bother my elbow and never, I'm sorry, bother my bicep, and it never has. Again, I'm using these more as lat work because I can't do any pull-ups right now. I've started to throw in some neutral grip pull-ups on some off days, like sets of 5 body weight, again, just to get the bicep tendon used to things and you use it as like a rehab protocol. So here are my rows. This day took a really long time. It was a good day as far as, nasty pumps, stuff like that. It was a good day, and it made me recognize my shortcomings of my bench and how much effort I'm not putting into my bench. But I did have one of my former students join us. So this session was longer, which I don't give a shit about. I was super happy to have one of my former students. It was great to see him and great to work out with him. So I'll definitely sacrifice some time to catch up with an old student. So that was fun, but I wasn't able to get through everything. I didn't get my deficit push-ups, and I didn't get my dumbbell bench presses in either. So had to move those to the next day. But here's my dips. I'm just doing one set and just trying to build up in weight just because it's fun. I like getting better at dips. So yeah, that was a training session. Hopefully you guys found something found something worth out of my rambling. Like, subscribe, comment, trying to get the channel going as much as possible. Thanks, guys.